For us, it's super important to get away from the chasing the RPM thing, reacting. You always have the feeling that you're behind the helicopter, to more come in front of the helicopter. Perfect, you are ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, and to keep the RPM in an auto rotation exactly where it should. Fast on the reaction, so we always keep it on 100%. Basic instruction in auto rotation usually tries to teach pilots how they can manage the whole auto rotation. For us, it's super important to get away from the chasing the RPM thing, reacting. You always have the feeling that you're behind the helicopter, to more come in front of the helicopter. That means you always want to be in control of the RPMs, because if you want to have variations in it, you have control over what you're doing. So one of the exercises we usually do is we just really try to keep the RPM in an auto rotation exactly where it should. I can just demonstrate it to you if you want to feel with me. What we just do, we're just bringing some heartbeat. So we just actually entering an auto rotation. You ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. We're going down, collective all the way. We're bringing it up, and now we see the RPM is at 100%. See? Right now I lower the collective, so it's gonna come up on us. See? It's coming on up, and now we're pulling it. So as we just do what basically our gauge is doing. So if we want to go faster, it's gonna be lowered. So we're lowering the collective. We always want to keep it on 100%. You know, the slightest movement that the needle does, we are just following it with the collective. You can feel my RPM.
Yeah.
It's kind of controlled always at around 100%. I'm gonna come back with the cyclic, what means we're gonna go up with the RPM. And if we see it coming up, immediately we are coming up. And if we see it coming down, we are immediately reacting.
Wow.
You know, and that's kind of the exercise. Really want to be fast on the reaction. So we always keep it on 100%. And that kind of, we're fast on that. We're always staying in the middle of it. And we cannot really have the overspeed and all that stuff. So that's kind of what we want to train our pilots. So what we want to do, just to get you a little bit more into the next step after flight school, is we want to practice to really control our RPM, because I think what you were used to is you're lowering the collective, bring it up to somewhere in between the two lines, but you don't really manage your RPMs. You want to learn to manage your RPM, because if you manage it, you will be very much able to get a variety of airspeeds in there. Because what we basically want to do, there's forest around us, and just one little place where we can land, we really want to go to that place and really want to make a super nice landing there. The important is that you're always managing your RPMs. So how we're going to do that, we are just entering an auto rotation. Wherever you see the RPM needle going, like if it's going lower, you're lowering the collective. You can see it moving up, you go up just in the same amount that you see it going. If it goes fast, you go down a little bit more. If it goes up fast, you go up pretty much. If it just goes a little bit, you just really want to, first practice would be just to maintain it at the exact same spot with the collective. And we're going to do some airspeed differences. So the RPM wants to move, but you always just keep the RPM in the same spot, okay? Okay. 3, 2, 1, down collective. Nice. Okay. Oh, wait it to come. Let it be at exactly 100%, okay? We're just trying to get 100% in. Awesome, perfect. Okay, so this is a super nice 100%. It's going down. So what you do, you just, the moment you see it doing something, it's going down. See, the moment you see it doing something, you're moving it. Okay, that's kind of the exercise. I'm gonna put in some airspeed. That means it's gonna drop. So what do? You go down faster, you know?
Yes.
Now you see it coming up, so you just go up. Get out. So we're just practicing that a little bit. I'm looking for other traffic. There's no traffic. You're just trying to get a feeling for how much you have to lower and raise the collective to keep the RPM where you want it to be. That's kind of really important to get a feeling. And if it would be, I'm just going to be a little bit faster, so you have to lower it much more. So if you do this, you really have to go down like this, see?
Yes.
And don't be surprised, you know, and if it goes up again, you're a little bit more. So just to get a feel for the amount of collective, you know, it's super nice. Come on, you're just doing the same. Nice, excellent. Okay, so you want to try the exercise?
I'll give it a try.
Perfect, you are ready?
I'm ready.
Car beats full up. So 3, 2, 1, and we got an engine failure. And now you're really trying to control the RPM, rotor RPM in the middle of the green. Pretty nice reaction on the collect. Nice. Perfectly keeping it on 100. Nice. Doing a great job. Just work the collective in the direction of the needle. You always keep it nice and straight. That's kind of the perfect exercise to learn how to control the RPM. Also later on, if we go down in speed or if we are higher in speed. Okay, we're gonna bring the engine back so we can do a nice go around. Nice.
Alright.
There's a lot of complaints over the last time that the new EMU that is there in the 44s, that it creates a lot of overspeeds. I mean, definitely the EMU is very sensitive, so as soon as you hit the 110% stop, it goes on and it shows you an overspeed. What we don't really understand at KSA is that it's so much of a problem. I think it's a problem on the side of the flight instructors, because if you think about the emergency procedures in the POH, nobody talks about high RPMs. You know, there's basically the standard one that is taking you in the middle of the RPM, and then I guess you can recall it. The two ones that are a little bit extraordinary is the one with the longest glide. What is?
The longest glide is 90-90.
Meaning like 90 knots and 90%. What is more on the lower side? You know, and the other one that is maybe keeping us up the longest?
I believe it was 90 RPM and 55 airspeed.
Perfect. And VY, like the speed where we use the least power, is like the speed, 55, the same speed that's our best climb, and it's 90%. So if we look in those auto-rotations, two of the auto-rotation scenarios are on the very low side. So we hear the horn because we are below 98%, and we are more on the 90% side. So why do a flight instructor let it be so high that the EMU is going on and we're on 100%? So we'd rather go on the lower side and just teach pilots that we should be more on the 90, 95 to 100% side. Of course, always considering that you should go lower. So you have to be very careful if you're flying on 90%, because you're getting more to the 80 plus 1%, you know, per 1,000 feet density altitude side, where your low RPM rotor stall could be an issue. Okay, so let's just do maybe a 90-90.
Okay.
And here we're also considering that we hear the horn, we don't mind, and we really have to push the cyclic forward to keep the 90 in, and we're gonna see that we have a beautiful, nice glide. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, and we got an engine figure. Nice. Perfect. 90. Perfect. And then the same thing. We are looking at our needle. So really want to bring it a little down. Nice. Super nice. And it really doesn't matter if you're on a speed at 89 or 91. Now this is the point where you really have to pick up with collective. Nice. Bring it up to 90. You see we have a super nice, super wide and flat glide. And here you really have to be careful. Super nice. Now if you would want to be lower, if you want to bring back our 100% and 70, what we need for the flare, you're just coming back on the cyclic, you know, and then you're gonna bring your R speed back up a little bit lower collective, and you're already be on 70 and in the middle of the green.
Right.
You see? Okay, we're bringing back our engine power and do a nice go around.